A very good afternoon to you all and welcome from me, Edward Rukidi Kijananguma, to Lunchtime News here on UBC TV. Now, the chairperson of the Anti-Corruption Unit, Lieutenant Colonel Edith Nakalema, has urged parents to advise their children on the impact of corruption so that they can grow up as responsible citizens. Now, this was during the introduction ceremony of Roger Kagwa and Musoke Prisla here in Kampala. The story is being worked on. We'll bring it to you when it is ready, but let's now move on. An estimated 800 people from 5 villages measuring about 20 square kilometers in Masindi district are living under fear of following eviction threats set for this Monday, the 13th of January 2020. Netherlands initially belonged to Bunyoro Growers Cooperative Union, which later leased it to Uganda Investment Authority. We have this story. We apologize, that story is not ready, but we'll give it to you when it is also ready. Now, the United Kingdom Minister for Africa, Andrew Stevenson, has reiterated his country's support to Uganda's ambition to become a middle-income country by 2040. Now, he said this during a groundbreaking ceremony to improve the infrastructure at Namamve Industrial Park.
Namamve Industrial Business Park, located 11 kilometers on the busy Kampala-Jinja Highway, was developed by the Uganda Investment Authority in the early 2000s as a central location for investors to locate factories, warehouses, and a distribution center. Currently, the 2,200-acre business park is home to 306 companies, 50 fully operational, 106 under construction, and the rest doing preliminary studies. However, according to investors, the park faces challenges of infrastructure.
Non-existent street lights, improper drainage system, poor sewage disposal, and the lack of tarmac access roads to all premises.
A groundbreaking ceremony to upgrade the infrastructure within the park officiated by the UK Minister for Africa, Andrew Stevenson, alongside Honourable Evelyn Anite, the Minister for Investment and Privatisation, and that of Works, General Katumba Wamala, will see roads, waste treatment facilities, sewage, drainage networks within the park constructed, and water facilities.
We can and must work together to promote our mutual prosperity, and in doing so, support Uganda's ambition to become a middle-income country by 2040.
It is our biggest project, industrial park in the country. We've been tasked with the assignment of establishing 25 industrial parks. Now for us, our flagship is Namamve Industrial Park. So Lagan, the 48 months, we will be counting, and the clock starts ticking now.
The Minister for Works and Transport, General Katumba Wamala, urged the UK contractors, Lagan Group Limited, to promote local content.
Because we have been pushing for that in all our projects, that we must have a local content. So we have a local content, and as a Minister of Works, I'm happy on that. As a ministry responsible for the infrastructure, we'll ensure that we have an eye over the quality of work which is being done.
The UK Minister for Africa's visit comes a week before the UK Africa Investment Summit in London that will see UK and African leaders, including President Museveni, create new lasting partnerships that will deliver more investment, jobs and growth. Shaidat Nasaku, reporting for UBC.
Thank you so much, Janet, for that report there. Meanwhile, a new NRM pressure group, Generation 7, has voted to raise between 3.5 million votes to 4 million for President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni come 2021. Now, the group's national coordinator, Olinga Gilbert, says the group has been formed to appreciate the president's contribution to the development of Uganda, and they will use the multiplier effect to ensure that 7 people from each village will vote in favor of NRM in 2021.
A new NRM pressure group, Generation 7, has embarked in what they call the multiplier effect of 7 people per village to raise between 3.5 to 4 million votes for President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni come 2021 presidential elections.
Have made Ugandans are poor. They own mansions. They have businesses. They are 37 years old.
And you say Ugandans are poor when you own mansions. You're owning speedboats. Are you a mafia? Are you a thief? How did you get that money? They should not confuse Ugandans. We have a very good leveled ground for everyone to thrive. There is no any other country in the world that is better than Uganda.
The NRM Pressure Group, which is also known as Generation Museveni, has already recruited members from the two regions of Lango and Acholi, and they insist that they are not here to counter Bobi Wine's people power.
We are not here to fight Bobi Wine. Bobi Wine is a small thing. Bobi Wine is not worth our time. He's not. We have much more important things to talk about. We were born in Museveni's regime. Generation 7 is Generation Museveni.
Having converged their coordinators at Tax Center in Gulu to discuss their strategies, the group national coordinator Olinga Gilbert also encouraged their members to cooperate with the existing security organs.
It will be easy for us to get people right from the grassroots to vote for His Excellency President Yoweri Museveni. People are very happy with the coming of Generation 7, especially in the region, northern region. They have welcomed it and they are very willing to give votes to His Excellency President Yoweri Museveni.
The new coordinators believe this is a better way of mobilizing for votes in a region where President Museveni has always struggled. The consultation and strategy development was attended by the Office of the Gulu District RDC, who applauded the pressure group for being organized and extended a hand to work together.
All along we have been blind and we are not aware to acknowledge what Museveni has done in Uganda. I must tell you that, and I must assure you that we shall be able to bridge the gap of communication to ensure that the youth at local level, they were able to recognize what the government has done to Uganda.
The group also emphasized that all recruits should be verified voters. Okot Roni compiled this report.
The Ministry of Works and Transport has earmarked 775 million shillings for the reconstruction of roads in Kisoro district. Rubuguri Town Council, Kanaba, Bukimbiri, Nyundo and Nyakabande sub-counties are some of the beneficiaries, as we hear in this story.
Ministry of Works and Transport Western Uganda Regional Engineer Silva Byarugaba has confirmed the repair of some of the feeder roads in Kisoro district. A number of roads to be repaired include Mbwanjera Kagezi and Burabuturo stretch connecting Nyakabande to Kanava, Nyundo and Bukimbiri sub-county. Kisoro woman member of Parliament Rose Kabageni condemned Ministry of Works for improving the road infrastructure in the district, which will ease accessibility to health centers, schools and other public places. The construction of works were launched at Mbwanjera Trading Center in Kisoro district. Shaidat Nasaku reporting for UBC.
It is coming to 10 minutes after 1. We'll now have a very short break, but we'll return with much more. Do stay with us.
Morning Uganda. Today is a great day to make someone's day. A wonderful day to rewrite the future. Today is a beautiful day to light up their world. Or maybe even the perfect day to say, you're my world. A marvelous day to make a brand new start. The perfect day to make the world smaller. Uganda, Today isn't just another day. Today is your day. Airtel Money, with you always. Airtel Money, instant, secure, borderless.
Welcome to Fast First, where today we're talking about bride price and how it is a threat to women's progress. And I want us to get straight into it. Is bride price a prestigious thing here in Karamoja?
It is something that is done culturally. That when you're getting married, it's not your husband to pay you, it's the clan.
I believe that when you get married, it is a prestige and it is a pride for you, the family, and even you, the girl who is getting married.
Okay.
So we have strong beliefs in marriage. Marriage is good bonding. Marriage is security itself. Security to the clan, security to the tribe, security to
the lady.
To the lady, because the idea of thinking she has been brought for punishment is not true.
Four strangers, a designer, a chef, a travel agent, and a caterer will compete in the place we all know and love, the kitchen. For the grand prize of 1 million shillings, they will need every skill, every
We
tip.
don't cut Nakati with a children board in Uganda.
Rabbit. And every advantage.
My husband taught me this.
But if you can't take the hit,
I'm worried about the food. We're looking there.
wait at the table.
I can be what I want to be. I can be a president if I want to be a president.
Or not. But wherever you go, don't miss the all-new series premiere for Jangu Today, coming soon.
Enjoy convenience today with Airtel Money School Pay. Dial *185#, select option 6, school fees, select option 2, school pay, select option 1, pay fees, enter student number, enter the amount, enter the PIN number to complete payment. Beat the back to school hustle today. Pay school fees conveniently using Airtel Money. Airtel Money, simple, instant, secure.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Welcome back from that short break, and this is Lunchtime News here on UBC TV. My name is Edward Rukidi Kijanangoma. Now let's go back to that first story which we had introduced earlier on, where the chairperson of the Anti-Corruption Unit, Lieutenant Colonel Edith Nakaleba, has urged parents to advise their children on the impact of corruption such that they can grow up as useful citizens. Now this was during the introduction ceremony of Roger Kagwa and Musoke Prisla here in Kampala.
Omulembe ogujja tulemu okulwana twagala bano abaana batuzaalira omulembe a corruption free Uganda that starts with me and you. Mutuleere abaana abalungi tubamutalo bano be banaazaala tebajja kuba corrupt ate nabo they are not corrupt kubanga bali mu lutalo balwana. A corruption free Uganda starts with you, starts with you, starts with me. God bless you, my dear.
Kenya neddako ebyo bibadde olutimbe n'ebigambo ebyo
ddala byonna byonna kirungi mubifune naye njagala mubibale nti buli kyemufuna ye zero. Zero yennyini bw'obeera ne zero 10 zisigala zikyali ki zero, tolina kyofunye. Ogiteekako ennamba gye bayiteemu n'esooka zero ezo ne bwebeera zero emu esinga zero 20 kubanga ebeera 10. Mumpulira? N'olwekyo bino byonna byonna bye tufuna mu nsi muno, n'engoye zino ze twambala, amamotoka ge tuvuga, amataka ge tufuna, amayumba ge tufuna, abakyala be tufuna, n'ebyo n'abaami be tufuna, byonna byonna njagala mbibale nti ki zero.
Human resource mutabani waffe commissioner
Welcome back. Let's have a look at what's happening now in the world of business. And Chinese have been encouraged to invest in more sectors of Uganda, including hotel and tourism industries. Now, the call comes at a time the relationship between China and Uganda has increasingly become cordial day by day. Minister for Presidency Esther Mbayo made the call during celebrations to mark Chinese New Year's Day at Kololo Independence Grounds here in Kampala.
At one of their stalls at Kololo Independence Grounds in Kampala are Chinese children preparing food for both the Chinese and Ugandan community. Some have been taught, while others have learnt on their own.
So here we are selling traditional Chinese skewer kebabs. So we have a bunch of different foods that you can eat, sausages and seaweed and all the traditional Chinese foods. Then you put them in the hot and then you cook it, and when it's ready you can eat it.
You preheat the soup and then put the kebabs in so it gets all the flavor, the spiciness. And then we'll put them in a cup and serve it to our customers.
Barely in their teens, some of the children are also into baking, ventures that have enabled them earn a living through making some money.
So I'm calculating what they're getting and the big price, yeah.
So we're selling Chinese food. Spicy kebabs and sushi and kimchi, and it's really fun.
Showcasing here at Kololo Independence Grounds is part of celebrations to mark Chinese New Year's Day. Performance after performance and display after display clearly show what stuff these Chinese are made of.
This is a milestone because we always celebrate our Lunar Chinese New Year, but this is the first time we use a temple fair to celebrate our Chinese Lunar New Year in Uganda.
It is a moment of cultural exchange between China and Uganda, a relationship Minister for Presidency Esther Mbayo describes as cordial.
During the years of cooperate with Uganda, also our Chinese Uganda here, Chinese in Uganda also has the confidence to display our culture.
East or West, never forget that home is always the best. Much as the Chinese are here, they belong to China and they have to celebrate the new Chinese year. So today we are celebrating the new Chinese year.
Such demonstrative relationship is what Minister Mbayo wants to have concretized. She has encouraged more Chinese to invest more in Uganda.
You cannot do investment in a country which is not peaceful. So let them enjoy the peace in Uganda and continue investing more. And let them also encourage others who intend to invest in Uganda in various, because we have various areas of investment. We have tourism, we have agriculture, we have infrastructure, we have mining, name it, everything, every sector that any Chinese is interested in, he can come to Uganda and invest and enjoy the peace that was ushered in Uganda by the NRA under the leadership of General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni.
Chinese New Year's Day is a festival observed worldwide, with one of mainland China often referred to as the Spring Festival. This year's festival, slated for 24th January 2020, has been named Year of the Rat. Henry Okurut, UBC.
Moving further, Phil, we begin in the Gambia, where the Gambia has warned its ousted leader, Yahya Jammeh, not to return home from his exile in Equatorial Guinea. The government spokesman told the BBC Jammeh's safety could not be guaranteed if he did return without permission. A spokesman for Mr. Jammeh's party said he could arrive back at any time, Now, the Gambia's neighbors forced Jammeh into exile in Equatorial Guinea after he refused to accept his defeat in elections in December 2016. Now, having seized power in a coup in the popular tourist destination in 1994, he went on to hold regular elections, but was later accused of human rights abuses, including extrajudicial killings, torture, and arbitrary detention. Retired Pope Benedict X has issued a defense of priestly celibacy in the Catholic Church as his successor considers easing a ban on married men serving as priests. He made the appeal in a book co-authored with Cardinal Robert Sarah. Now, it comes in response to a proposal to allow married men to be ordained priests in the Amazon region. Pope Benedict, who retired in 2013, said he could not remain silent on the issue. In the book, Pope Benedict says celibacy, a centuries-old tradition within the church, has great significance because it allows priests to focus on their duty. Now, the 92-year-old says it doesn't seem possible to realize both vocations, that is priesthood and marriage, simultaneously. It is rare for Pope Benedict, who was the first pontiff to resign in almost 600 years, to intervene in clerical matters. Sports news now, and we begin with cricket, where Uganda Cricket Association is to host a bilateral series with Tanzania starting on Monday at the Chambergo University Cricket Oval. The 5-day cricket extravaganza will involve 3 teams as host Uganda field 2 teams. Let's get more in this report.
At Chambergo University Oval with intentions far wider than the 5 days of action.
We definitely tend to maintain this tournament here. First of all, every national team needs a feeder. You need to tap these kids when they are still young, look after them so that they are ready to play at the highest level. So this under-19 level is just like the second step to get second step from tapping these young girls, because usually girls have been getting to the national team prematurely. You come straight from school into the national team. But now when the under-19 girls group is there, you know you'll be exposed more before you play for any national team side.
Uganda will field 2 teams, with the Uganda under-19 team joined by another select side. These will compete in a round-robin format involving the Tanzania under-19 side, with the top 2 contesting the final on Friday next week. Uganda's under-19 team will be captained by Esther Eluko and includes Sarah Kiteng and Mary Yakelo, while the select side is skippered by Mary Kagoya. The series to be played using the T20 format start on Monday, with the 2 Ugandan sides dating each other before the select side completes day 1 action against Tanzania. John Barnes, Sentamu, reporting.
On to pool now, where Pool Association of Uganda's extraordinary general meeting at Nobview Hotel has climaxed with members dismissing the forensic audit by Isaac Newton Mutoro and partners and agreeing to vote new office bearers next weekend. Now, the move will end a long period of uncertainty that has dominated the sport since last year.
Committee led by Bob Trubish. The executive was blamed for maladministration that cost the association 21 million shillings and called for a legal process against Trubish. This then called for a forensic audit by Isaac Newton Mutoro and partners, whose findings have been found wanting and thus dismissed by members during the extraordinary general meeting at Nobview Hotel in Tinda.
Kisangidwa nti of course forensic audit ekoleddwa nga bwekoleddwa era report ereeteddwa era abadelegates ne basalawo nti report ebaddemu ebituli biyitirivu era nga si ntuufu mu ngeri gye yafulumiziddwamu n'ebyafulumye mu yo nga bikyamu. Report nebanga ekolaki ng'esazibwamu ate ne process ya forensic audit neggalibwawo ne bakkiriza nti eri audit eyafuluma eya company eyitibwa Simpson and Associates gyebeekolebwako miliyoni 21 ezaali mu report eyo zibeere nga zikolaki nga zinnyonnyolwako.
And finally, let's have a look at football, where Uganda's under-17 women national team is set to remain in camp following its 2-0 impressive display against Ethiopia on Saturday in the under-17 Women World Cup qualifier game. The FIFA Secretariat confirmed maintaining the same team before the return leg in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, between the 20th and the 25th of January this year. Uganda now bears an advantage over dominating both halves of the game and also where they managed to score and boasting dominance in that game. Team captain Juliet Nalukenge was exceptional on Saturday, scoring before second half substitute Catherine Nagadia in sparring play. Uganda is the Sekafa and Kosafa champions, and qualification to the Under-17 World Cup is a boast. The winner on aggregate over the two legs will face either Tanzania or Burundi in the next round. Meanwhile, the national under-20 women football team continues with serious training after entering residential camp at Fufa Technical Center, Njeru. The team is in preparation for the FIFA Under-20 Women World Cup qualifiers against Tanzania in Dar es Salaam, scheduled for Saturday the 18th of January 2020. At least 25 players are in camp and will be joined by 5 players from the under-17 team. The under-20 women team will have a few trials before flying out to Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. It is 27 minutes after 1 here in the studios of UBC TV. We've finally come to the end of lunchtime news. Thank you so much for having kept us company. My name is Edward Rukidi Kijanangoma, bidding you a good afternoon, but do not go away because coming up next is The Score with Ruben Chibirango Mpima. Stay tuned.
A designer, a chef,